مرحبا مرحبا يا شباب. So in the last video we added we implemented the task edit fragment, and now we are at part 20, and now we can continue with the task detail screen. So let's move on. We need some fields in here, private val arguments, because as you might remember, task detail task it needs action, it needs an argument to even come to the screen. You need an argument. So arguments, so by nav args, and we say task detail fragment args. Nice. So next we need a view model. A view model by view models task view model implementation, and we need task fetch response. Let's just call it private val. This can be nullable task response and of type task fetch response. This can be nullable, so just make it null. So okay, and now we can again override on view created. Let's define some methods in here. Observe task live data. Then we say one more method, observe task delete. Say task delete task live data, then set up delete task. Task set up delete task. Set up edit task. And too many line breaks. So let me just show you. The observe task live data. Now the screen is gone. We'll show all the things in here, and then of course we have a method for edit task and for delete task. And observe delete task live data will just we'll see if the delete request is successful or not. You will see it in a minute. So, but first things first, on resume needs to be overridden, because every time the user comes to the screen, we want to fetch data. And we say view model dot fetch task by ID, and we give it the argument task ID to string. That's basically it. So every time the user navigates to the screen, he gets we fetch for him the task details. Let's implement this method, but I don't want to have it here. That's why I hate to click on create function. We start again to observe from the view model task dot observe view lifecycle owner, then lambda function, curly braces, say response, say line break, when a response check for view state loading. I mean, I think you're quite used to this right now. Then show loading state. In the loading state, I can tell you we just let the shimmer stuffy going on. State, okay. Otherwise, if success, we do something else. Wait, view state. What's wrong? Okay, now it's, I don't know, maybe I had a typo. We say handles. We create a new method, handle success state. I cannot type anymore. And we say response dot data. Okay. And we do pretty much the same for error. Let me just remove this. Say error and handle error state. But here we will have an exception, get the message and to string. Okay. Now we have some methods to implement. So let's start. Let's start with show loading state. As I said, here will just a shimmer icon be shown. Private function. Okay. Binding dot shimmer frame start shimmer animation. Okay, that's great. Now we handle the success state. Okay, and here we have response of type task fetch response. Okay, we say where it is task response or task response will be equals to the response, and we also apply on click to null. Okay, and our binding dot task property here, we can set to task response, and then we can just say shimmer frame stop animation, and then one more thing we have to do. Detail. The error text. The visibility will be gone. Okay, this is the success state, which is adapting the views. And now let's come to to the handle error states. So will be quite a little bit different. Fun. Here we can say message colon string, and with binding we can say apply some shimmer frame thingies dot apply. Okay, say stop animation and say visibility hue gone. Task detail error text. We can also apply stuff in here and say the text of this thing will be the message we have, and visibility visible view visible. So view visible, nice. Okay. Still error. Oh, okay, we still got 3 more methods to implement. Yes, let's do this one. Private fun. Delete task. When the delete button gets clicked, I mean, if this button gets clicked, then we apply some logic. We say binding task delete task button set on click listener. Now we take the task response and say if this is not null, we use the let function, and we display an alert dialog. When this button gets clicked, first we want to just show an alert dialog that you are going to delete this task, cancel or confirm it again. So we say id to string. Okay, and then we say require context. Then we need get string r.string delete. Okay, first we need to import the resources. Delete task headline. Are you sure you want to delete the task? And next we need to add the view model for the delete request. Okay. This looks good, this looks good, this looks good. And yes, we need one more thingy. This would be the setup. The setup of the edit task. So with the edit task, we just say private fun. Don't like this. Delete it. Okay. Okay. So that looks better. Nice. Quick listener again. We need binding dot task. Wait a second. So task detail edit task button set on click listener. The task response. And we define an action to navigate there to the edit task. Detail fragment arc, not fragment arcs, it's directions, yes, directions. So task edit, yes, what we need. We can pass in here the actual we're using this task response, and then find nav controller dot navigate. Here we define the action, and that should be it. Just let me see. Not sure if this method is right in here, but let me just quickly check where task detail fragment. Yeah, it's. Wait a second. Okay. No, we need this method. We need this method, otherwise. Yeah, this does the. We need it. Okay, let me just quickly implement this as well. Private fun. Okay, now we say view model is delete successful and start to observe. View lifecycle owner, a lot of boilerplate code, I know, but here we have to say is successful if is successful. Show toast message. Okay. Then say get string r.string. Then we say task underscore request success message, and we pop the backstack. Find nav controller. Else, okay, else block in here. We can copy this because we're toasting here again, and we just say task underscore request failure message, and of course we can again do timber.d import timber and say delete status. And let's see if this is successful or not. Should be false. Otherwise, and I hope this should be it right now. Let's just build. Okay, this can take some time, I think. And yeah, I would just say maybe I will end this video right now. In the next video, we should be just go through the app, do the testing part, I mean just manual testing, and then we will start, of course, with the unit tests. And yeah, I just have to recharge my battery for my headphone because I don't know if you can hear me still, but yeah, see you in the next video. إلى اللقاء يا شباب.